you want to. Now this was my personal favorite. Okay, no, don't try this one. Just kidding.
Deep conditioning overnight? Who made that up? It's so bad.
This was my third cut while I was trying to repair my hair from the damage that I had sustained.
The correct order is Tali Wajid. Start off with a generous amount, smooth and flattened, into your roots.
If you're a new natural, let me save you some stress, time, and natural hair, girl, because there are some trends that you need to avoid. And a lot of us wished that we had avoided them because it would have saved us a ton of time and hair. So if you want a cruisy natural hair journey without setbacks and get to your goal quicker, you want to watch this one. The first trend to avoid like the plague. It's the glycerin wash and go trend.
Let me show you how I get my curls from this to this. And yes, my curls look the same when they're dry. So many of you guys have been trying this out that I had to make an update tutorial to make sure that you get the best results possible. Start with freshly washed hair, preferably after using a clarifying shampoo. Now you want to do this in small sections, something like this. The correct order is Tali Wajid. Start off with a generous amount, smooth and flattened, into your roots. And then you can get some more and work it down the strand, like this. Then go and take a generous amount of the gummy. Start off with your roots again, flattening and smoothing it all the way down. Don't rake it, smooth it. Then you get the glycerin. You don't need a crazy amount. You put that on your roots first too, and then you smooth that in as well. You need to make sure that your hair is saturated with water, especially the roots, because that will help the product to weigh down your curls. Make sure it's wet. Take a small section, like this. Be generous with the product and flatten it in, starting at the roots. Be generous with the gel too. I also slick back my little front bits because they get puffy really easily. This side's done. You can see that the frizz is minimal. I'm going to do the other side now. Here's the finished result. I would actually advise you to do this routine in the morning or at the start of your day because I normally let mine air dry throughout the day. Air drying gives me like a nice crunchy cast, which I love because it means my wash and goes just last so much longer. I will come back with the dry results so that you can see that it actually does dry like this. This is my go-to curl combo because the definition always goes crazy. And it gives me the wet look, which I love because it means that if I want to fluff it out later on in the week, I can. But if I want to keep my cast and keep my wash and go for longer, I can do that too. And I'll be back with the dry results.
This one is pretty recent, right? It's only come in the last year or so. And it's pretty much people putting gels and whatever other products and then adding pure glycerin on the top of their hair. The reasons I would avoid this is, I guess there's a few reasons, but the main one is just that as a person that has got glycerin in their arsenal as part of, you know, the many products that I use on my hair for health, for moisture, etc., you need to be tactful when using glycerin. I use glycerin on my hair, but never in its purest form. And yes, you can say they're mixing it with the other gels and conditioners, etc. It's still a ton of glycerin being added just to the top. It might seem nice, it may give you results, short term, long term, I do not think that it's going to be yielding you great results. So watch out. Next thing is the no oils, no butters. They came, they tried to take over, and they fizzled out, just like a fire going out. Like, for some reason people thought that textured type 4 natural hair in its rawest form could thrive with no oils and butters. And for the short term, it seemed like it was thriving, but over time, a lot of naturals started complaining and reported having issues, setbacks, breakage, split ends, you know, dry hair, and just overall not great, not healthy hair.
It's story time, curl friends. So in 2023, this was my third cut while I was trying to repair my hair from the damage that I had sustained from the no oils and butters method, aka 30-day hair detox. During this time, I was trying everything to save my hair, like everything. The look and feel of my hair did improve drastically by re-implementing leave-ins and deep conditioners. I also re-implemented using a very light oil, even though I was afraid of it at this time. But ultimately, my hair was just too far gone and I had to big chop. Truth be told, I should have just shaved my head and started over like so many others did. Because depending on the level of damage you have to basically grow out a whole new head of hair. So please don't be gaslit into thinking you did something wrong if you follow the method to a T, because everybody can't be telling the same lie All right, curl friends, until next time, bye.
If you want to grow long natural hair, stay away from the no oils, no butters trend or advice, like run away. DIY naturals. If you're a DIY girly, that's okay. Go for it. Do it. However, stop lying to people that this is what needs to be done in order to grow long natural hair. For the longest time, a lot of us thought you needed to do the herbs and 100 ingredients in your kitchen, mix them up, putting food in your hair in order to grow long natural hair. False. Focus on length retention, moisture, protecting your hair, being gentle, detangling gently. Just don't worry about food in your hair. Honestly, the worst was the rice water and onion juice. Don't do that. Yes, it could be beneficial to the hair and the scalp. Yes, you can do it right. Yes, some people have seen benefit, but it is absolutely unnecessary for healthy hair and length retention particularly. So don't come for me if you're a DIYer. Okay, it's okay. I just know that you can retain length without doing all that, without doing the most, as most naturals have shown us right here. 100-step wash day. Pre-poo, detangle, shampoo your hair, hot oil treatment, you know, deep condition, leave-in conditioner, then sleep with the deep conditioner overnight. Like, some of us were doing 1 day long, 2 day long, I don't know, weekend long hair routines. And honestly, it's unnecessary. Skip it altogether. Keep things simple. You can be done with your hair in a couple of hours. I do my hair in under an hour when I'm doing my twisted lifestyle. Of course, things are changing for me with trying things out and really zoning in on my personal style. But yeah, if you're wearing your hair in its most natural state, whether you're twisted natural, whatever natural, you still don't need a day, 2 days, half a day. No. Couple of hours tops. If you're doing more, then something's off, because it's simply unnecessary, even if detangling is an issue. Of course, if you've long-term protective styled for months and months and months and months, then you've got matting, you've got shed hairs, knots, tangles, lint, then for you or for me or anyone who's in that position, you need to take whatever time you need to detangle gently. And that could mean days. For that one, it's an exception. However, for regular care of hair, it's not necessary to be in the hair for days. And closely related to that is deep conditioning overnight. Look.
Okay, so hair growth myths that actually ruin my hair. Number 1, deep conditioning overnight. Who made that up? It's so bad for your hair. You're not supposed to leave your hair wet for a longer period of time because it will cause things like high growth fatigue. And high growth fatigue is basically when your hair gets damaged for being wet for too long. Also, deep conditioning and things like that should be 30 minutes to an hour max. Like, your hair does not need a whole night to absorb the moisture. 30 minutes to an hour is fine. Anything more than that, you're just like drowning your hair at that point and weakening your hair strands. And weak hair strands lead to breakage, and we don't want that. I remember when the rice water challenge was super popular, and then the YouTube title would be like, overnight rice mask. You're not supposed to leave rice water in your hair for more than 30 minutes. 30 minutes is more than enough. 20 minutes. Anything longer is how you will actually grow fungus and bacteria on your scalp. And we don't want that. So yeah, anything overnight where your hair is soaked and stuff like that, hell no. It doesn't grow your hair, it damages your hair.
It's not necessary. I do advocate for deep conditioning for more than 30 minutes, simply because I find that 30 minutes is not enough if you're deep conditioning, right? If you want the cuticle to open, for that moisture to go in and then, you know, seep in as much as possible, I would give it an hour at the minimum, I guess. With heat, 30 minutes is fine, but without heat, an hour minimum. An hour, half, 2 hours, you're pushing it, okay? But overnight is totally unnecessary, you know, and once you do it enough times, you will start to grow mold in your hair. This is the truth. Co-washing.
I would never only co-wash. So let's quickly explain what co-wash actually means. Co-washing is a combination of the words conditioner and washing. It simply means that you use a conditioner or a so-called co-wash to rinse or cleanse your hair instead of a shampoo. It really has gained its popularity due to shampoos sometimes being too harsh and drying on the hair and scalp. The problem with co-washing is that it rinses out a little bit of dirt and it kind of loosens it up from the scalp, but it doesn't have cleansing properties, and it also leaves a film on the hair and scalp due to the nourishing ingredients like butters and oils. What a conditioner is supposed to do. Long term, it will create more buildup and will have a negative effect on both hair and scalp. So yes, you can still co-wash. Just make sure to not skip your shampoo either.
Some people find that it's beneficial and it has a place for them in their natural hair routine. I personally don't, because each time I wet my hair, it's an opportunity to actually cleanse it well. Let's cleanse it well, because shrinkage simply comes with detangling, handling gently, manipulating it and processing it to a place where I'm happy to style and go out in the world, whether it's putting it in mini twists, whatever. So if I co-wash today and then 3 days later I'm washing my hair, completely pointless. I should have just shampooed my hair. So for me, there's no point per se. Maybe if you've got hair that does not require as much gentleness and attention, especially if you want longer length, like the longer your hair gets, you can't just be playing around and co-washing and shampooing and whatever. If you're wetting your hair, it's a ritual, it's a, you know, it's something that you need to come to mentally, physically, prepare yourself so that you do it well and yield the results. So if you're just gonna put in a co-washer and then your scalp is dirty and then 3 days later you're shampooing, there's absolutely no point. Just shampoo your hair, start a fresh, clean scalp so that you're not needing to wet your hair for a while. That wetting, detangling, manipulation is what causes the breakage and keeps you at the same length for a long time. The inversion method.
Okay, so what is the inversion method? It's basically flipping your head upside down for like a few minutes daily while massaging your scalp with oil or something. Have I done it before? Yes. Did it work? A little bit, because considering the fact that it's supposed to increase blood circulation in your scalp follicles, so this is usually how I would do it. But again, in my opinion, not everybody is fit enough to do this daily. I personally would have consistent headache. Do I recommend? Well, not really. But I mean, you can try it for 7 days in a month if you want to. Now, this was my personal favorite. Okay, no, don't try this one. Just kidding.
I just can't believe we did all that. That we were doing the most. Are we that desperate for length? Don't do it. It's unnecessary. Your hair grows even without living upside down. The long hair obsession.
Recently, I've been seeing a lot of discourse regarding black women and their supposed obsession with long hair, and I definitely want to talk about it. People have been saying that black women have a very unhealthy relationship with their hair, especially when it comes to obsessing over the length of their hair or obsessing over wanting long hair. I don't think that this necessarily just pertains to black women. I think that this relates to so many different races. I don't think there's anything wrong with desiring long hair. A lot of black women grew up not realising that they could even grow long hair. A lot of us, me in particular, I grew up not realising that I could actually have long hair if I wanted long hair, because there was definitely a miseducation when it came to our hair. We didn't know anything about our hair. All I knew was relaxer. All I knew was relaxer, wash my hair maybe every couple months. And that was it. There was no education when it came to taking care of my hair and growing out my hair and retaining length. And I think a lot of other women are in the same boat, and we're only now just realising that, wow, if I want long hair, I can get that. Like, it's attainable, it's achievable. What I do think the issue is desiring long hair to the detriment of the health of your hair. So you're sacrificing the health of your hair just because you want length. And what I mean by that is you're going months and months and months without washing your hair because you believe the myth, because it is a myth, that if I leave my hair for months on end without washing my hair, then my hair's gonna grow. Just to debunk that, what is growing your hair is the fact that you have left your hair alone. Your hair, you're not manipulating your hair over time. Your hair loves that. Like, your hair does love low manipulation hairstyles, but it's unhygienic to go months without washing your hair. It's really, like, disgusting. By the time you take out your hair, it's going to be dry, it's going to be crunchy, it's going to be it's so dehydrated, there's going to be so much shedding, and there's going to be so much breakage because of the tangling, because of the dryness. Like, you've actually done more damage to your hair by leaving it alone, rather than if you washed it, it wouldn't be this damage. People that don't trim their hair for months and months on end, and then when it comes to, like, you know, they're in the hair salon, the hairstylist has the scissors in her hands and it's like, it's time to cut your hair. You're looking at her confused and you're like, no, don't take anything off. But it's like, you have like inches of dead hair that you're just carrying around for the sake of what? Like, you're causing more damage. And I think that's where I would say there's an unhealthy relationship with the length of hair. Why are you walking around with dead hair? That hair needs to go. You're drenching oil on your hair, on your scalp every single day in, day out, hair growth oil, because you think that a hair growth oil is single-handedly going to grow your hair. Come closer. It's not. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. It's not. You're actually wasting money. You're wasting money. You're wasting time. You've been using this hair growth oil for 5 years. Your hair's been at the same length for 5 years. We need to stop questioning things. People just need to realise it's down to routine. There's nothing wrong with desiring long hair, but you need to understand how to do it in a healthy way. I think that there's a way that you can do that without sacrificing the health of your hair.
Everybody is obsessed with attaining waist length hair and beyond, and I'm here to say it's not the standard. Create your own standard. Try out with wigs and see which length, which texture, which density, what styles, what curls, what kinkiness, like what do you like to find your personal style and your goal, right? And once you do that, then you don't have to be imprisoned in the box of waist length, because a lot of people get to waist length and it's like, oh, I don't really want this, I can't really style it, I don't really enjoy my own hair, because they didn't really think about how they'll be styling their hair once it's that long. Waist length and beyond, it's a lot of work when it comes to dealing with your hair, especially if you want to keep your length. So try out with fake hair to see what suits you, what length you kind of like, what frames your face, you know, the best for you, or what you prefer, and then have that goal for your own natural hair so that you can achieve that. And once you're there, enjoy your hair. Let no one make you feel like you have to wear an afro every day for the rest of your life, or afro styles only, or no extensions. You can be a straight natural, you can be a twisted natural, blowout natural, twisted natural, cornrow natural, protective styler, freestyler, sewing natural, braid natural. Heck, you can even go back to relaxers, as long as you know the risks and the consequences that might come with that particular decision. The point of going natural is to know your hair, learn your hair, love your hair, embrace your hair, understand your hair, be comfortable with your own texture in its fullness. Once that happens, then you can go ahead and decide what you prefer. It doesn't mean you hate your hair, it means you have a preference to how you want to wear your hair. And yes, I know some people don't agree with that, that's fine. These are my opinions. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this helps you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.